All right, guys. So, a step by step blueprint how to stop being a people pleaser, a nice guy, and a doormat that gets stepped on. So, I believe it's really true that nice guys finish last. You know the cliche, when you're too nice, people will test your boundaries. They'll see what they could get away with. They'll push your buttons. They'll take advantage of you. They'll think, "Oh, I could do whatever I want. This guy's not going to stick up for himself." And then they get comfortable with disrespecting you, right? When people maybe throw a jab your way, or it'll start with little jabs or maybe a little diss, and then they realize, okay, he's not sticking up for himself. So then next time it could become more and more. And then they basically have no boundary and no respect for you. So I was someone, I'll admit, I was probably a nice guy for a lot of my life. A lot of people would actually disagree when I say this. They would say, "No, dude, like you're super blunt and this and that." I know with you guys on this channel, I'm blunt, but in my real life, I don't voice all of my unfiltered opinions to people, obviously, right to their face. So I would say I was a nice guy. I took the high road a lot. There would be times where I felt like there was some disrespect, but I wouldn't call it out. And I'm going to tell you my learnings and my takeaways and how we could stop give you some actionable advice, how you could stop being a nice guy and a people pleaser and a doormat. So, guys, when people you disrespect yourself when you don't stand up for yourself. So that was really the thing that would really, you know, just bother the fuck out of me is when I feel like someone maybe like disrespected me or did something that I didn't like and I didn't stand up for myself. It would eat me up inside. I'd be like, fuck, like, why is like, God, I just would have felt so much better if I told this person, hey, you did XYZ. It pissed me off. Don't fucking do that again. Right? There's been a lot of times, a lot where I've not said that shit, and it just eats me up inside. And you're disrespecting yourself, right? I feel so good now when I tell people, "Hey, dude, what the fuck did you say?" Or, "Hey, you got a problem?" Or, "Hey, going forward, you're not going to do that with me," right? It's actually a form of an expression of self love, right? It's respecting yourself. And people at the end of the day, most people, right? If you set boundaries, if you're assertive and let them know what you don't like, and from day one, and you don't take any shit, usually they will change their behavior. Their behavior will improve. Their behavior typically improves the worse you treat them, which I've made a video on this channel why I don't like human nature. Go check that one out. But, this boils back to human nature, right? When you treat people worse, unfortunately, they actually want your validation, they want your attention, they view you as higher value. They want your approval. Whereas if you're too much of a nice guy, they could do anything the fuck they want, they could disrespect you, they could say whatever they want. They have no respect for you. They view you as low value. So it also boils down at the end of the day to value and how you're coming off to people. People pleasers give people the ick. It repels your true tribe, right? You need to be authentic if you want to attract your true friends, true relationships, and your true tribe, right? Your vibe attracts your tribe. So if you don't stand up for yourself, if you're being a fake version of yourself, and you're people pleasing people to try to get them to like you, or because you don't have a spine, these people aren't really attracted or vibing with the true authentic version of you, right? To whereas if you're more polarizing and being the real version of yourself, and if you're someone who will stand up for yourself, yes, you're going to lose people in the process, but those people weren't authentically tied to the real you, right? They weren't really your tribe. So that's why you need to be more polarizing. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. Don't be afraid to stick up for yourself. Don't let people talk shit to you, talk down on you. And the people that don't like that, well, fuck them. You weren't going to get along with them anyways, right? They weren't really meant for you. Other people, they're going to learn to respect you more and learn what your boundaries are when you assert yourself. And guys, now I'm going to wrap the video up with ways that you could practice setting boundaries with people, sticking up for yourself, and not being a nice guy anymore. So, a lot of you watching this video probably love this and you'll think it's really funny, actually. So, I felt like in the corporate world, I started to become a doormat. And that's a whole nother topic, right? Because there's HR involved and workplace politics. You can't say in the corporate world, fuck you to your boss, right? Or you piece of shit, fuck you. I'm never talking to you again. You got to work with these people. So I have to bite my tongue a fuck ton every week, and it eats me inside. makes me feel like a bitch, a pussy. I'm like, fuck, I wish I just could have cursed that person out and I can't do it. So what I do, a way that you guys could all practice not being a nice guy anymore is play a video game that you like. You know, for me, I do Call of Duty and I intentionally talk shit to people. And it's it's funny. It's a little weird, but I'll be like, dude, oh yeah, you kids suck at the game, and then they'll start talking shit back. I go, nope, no, dude, your KD, look at your KD. No, your KD's bad. And then they'll be like, well, you're probably fat and you're probably ugly. Nope, I guarantee you, I fuck more bitches than you, bro. I make more money than you, bro. Nope, nope. And you got to really believe in your soul the things you're saying, right? And you got to feel like confident in it. It's hard to explain, but this is going to build the muscle over time of disagreeing with people, standing up for yourself, becoming quicker on your feet with comebacks, and becoming just more comfortable with not people pleasing, with telling people, like, you see how I just killed two people with a grenade? You know, at the end of the game, I could say, dude, that fucking easy read, bro. I knew exactly what you're doing. You suck at the game, kid, right? And it's a little toxic, I'll be honest, but it's an amazing way. And it actually increases your self worth. I've been practicing this for quite a few weeks, and it's translated to my personal life. I'm more comfortable now from talking shit on Call of Duty. I'm more comfortable with very slight things in real life. So, like, for example, like, hey, like, what did you say, bro? Like, hey, I'm gonna be honest, I don't appreciate your tone. Like, are you good? Like, do we have a problem? Or, hey, you did XYZ. I'm gonna let you know why I don't appreciate it, and I don't want you to do that again. Right? So it really does translate to real life. Boxing is another thing that could make you grow more confident in yourself, along with the gym and putting on muscle. Right? It's going to make you feel like less of a pussy, like you could stand up for yourself more, and it's going to make you feel more confident in yourself. Like, hey, well, you know, a lot of people's fear is if they, like, you know, just confront disrespect, that it might lead to a physical escalation or a fight. And they're afraid of getting in a fight because they think they're weak and skinny and won't win. But again, if you box, put on some muscle, it'll increase your self worth overall, but it'll make you feel more comfortable and grounded in being able to disagree with people at a subconscious, deep inner level. So again, guys, I hope you got some valuable nuggets out of this video and some actionable advice. Again, you need to train the muscle of disagreeing with people and being more polarizing. And this actually happens with women too, when cold approaching, right? A lot of girls are used to, like, guys just agreeing with everything they like to do. Oh, they agree with everything. But at the end of the day, when and you could do this in a playful, flirtatious way, which is a totally different video. But when girls are like, "Oh, like, I like to do XYZ," you do, like, "Oh, I don't know if we're gonna click like that." Like, you do, ugh, like, or like if she's talking about her favorite brand of car. I'm just throwing out random examples. Be like, "Oh, you're one of those girls." Oh, okay. I don't think this is gonna work out. And like, you could do it in a teasing way, but I'm telling you, especially women, because they're so used to being pedestalized, especially hot girls. If you disagree with them, or if you check them, be like, hey, like, the way you're talking to me, like, I don't appreciate that. Obviously, that'd be for a girl you're deeper, you know, dating and in a relationship with. People build respect for you. So anyways, guys, don't want to ramble. I'm going to end the video right now. Like, comment, subscribe.